right? I still remember my first experience recording the first take for the voice of Dave, and Aydeel got back to me, and Aydeel said that naturally I'm a very impatient person. I want to do things fast. So my first recording of Dave, I still can recall it was very animated. And then he came back to me and said, "Oh, Dave, Aric, actually, Dave, you imagine him to be like sitting in some mountain somewhere for a few thousand years, some monastery or something, and then he's a very calm person, very collected. Even in times of distress, he's very calm. He talks to you in a very calm manner." And I'm like, I had to undergo like 3 days of isolation, sit in my balcony, and then my wife will ask me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to be in a monastery."
To be able to talk with the actors, or have them understand your character, and then to see them bring your character to life. Not like it's just one step before they actually become to life. These characters actually have a voice now. Yeah, so the whole entire process to see people, to see people embrace these characters, all of this was very special. Yeah, but if I have to, but if I must single out, the a very special moment, I think the voice actors for Raksa, sorry, the Demon King. I think the Demon King voice actor quite talented, so I want to meet him one day.
Okay. Do we put in the credits who the Demon King actor was?
It's Aydeel.
Yeah,
I think they did.
Why?
Oh.
Yeah.
As in when I was drawing the comic, I think my favorite part would be the like meeting the 5 individual characters. Like sort of like give them like some background story of the individual characters, and I was hoping that that you make them like very likable characters. And I think with the audiobooks, I think it really adds like a lot more like dimension to the character. Like it really brings out the different characteristic of the character. Whether it's a very happy character, a very loud character, a very shy character. So yeah, I think that part was like one of my favorite part of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the art of the comic book is also really great in, like, say sometimes the backgrounds and the costume of the characters in different places. It says so much about who they are. Yeah, like I remember Ari, he's kind of like romantic and then a bit emo, and then he has all these flowers in the background when he appears. And then I was like, wow, that's like a really great artistic decision. It really gives us the personality of the character immediately.
Isn't that Duta asking the same question?
Yeah, it's Duta asking, but it's a very fair question. What is a porter? So maybe Dave can start first. Dave, what is a porter?
Okay, it's a metaphysical gateway. Metaphysical gateway. That's it. Yeah.
Kind of like a wormhole thing, when they go in, but then they will like start floating like wow, and you need a lot of practice to be able to like graciously, like flow through. If not, you'll be like then you like bam, like when the portal open, you just roll out or fall out, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So
my answer to that will be, I know because I know these things.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so Fritz, I hope that helps answer your question. But yeah, I think the only way to find out is to read the book. Yeah, and then you'll be able to see the visuals and understand what it really is. Yeah, what's next?
We have where it concerns the Sacred Guardians universe, there's of course a sequel. That's something we will have to we'll have to think about how we go about doing it. A lot of people have asked me questions about like, dude, I want to see them, I want to see them again. And I'm like, yeah, you'll see them again, but But I mean, you know how the story ended, right? Like,
It's a one shot. That's what I tell people. This is a one shot. You have to support the. It's a part of a franchise. So I really hope that we'll see the TV show. We'll see the return of Dave. Yeah, at the
yeah,
very least.
and of course, in the near future, you know, God willing, with everything that's coming out and with enough support, I think it's something that Linging has sounded voice before, and something other people have recommended. Like, dude, we all know the story is actually longer than it is. We will see an extended version of the story so that we can see all of them again, get to know them more. Of course, there's that possibility. Yes, even Hamish has asked, you know, like you know, I'm sure there's an extended story, right? I say, yeah, of course there is an extended story. You know, one of the reasons why the story is what it is because we want to make it very easy for kids to read, for starters. When there's enough, when there's more than enough, and things even grow even more. We are looking at the possibility of doing the extended story, but it's going to be a very long story. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see which of the stories, what the characters we will explore and of course elaborate and bring it to you guys. We still have a lot to tell, you know, with the current characters. Even though you know how it ended, but there's still a lot more story that these guys are able to tell you. You know, and I'm talking about Dave, Changnim, Duta, Ari, Nina, and of course Sina.
So maybe we start with Aydeel. Aydeel, how have you been feeling working on this project during the pandemic?
Yeah, the pandemic didn't help. That's all I can say. I hate the pandemic, man. I think it limits the amount of things that we can do. It really, really limits the amount of things that we can do. But I think there are ways to go around it. But I think the rulings, it's not really the pandemic, it's more of the rulings to keep the pandemic in check. That's really stifling everything. Some of which I believe don't make sense. Yeah, so I really must air it out. There were a lot of difficulties. Yeah, nature made difficulties and made difficulties, but I always believe in one thing, that everything worth doing, right, it will never be easy. Anything that's worth doing will never be easy, and I accept the challenges. Like, okay, the challenges I accept, I'm gonna do it, but it's not gonna stop me from feeling very very frustrated about things. But I will still do it. So it was one heck of a challenge. Yeah, I think Minging will also understand the challenges. Like, we decided to discuss, you know, what we could do, what we can't do. No, for a while, like maybe even 2 weeks just before we started production, I think most of us were like banging our heads on the table, like how the hell do we pull this off? You know, because of the bloody restrictions, we cannot have the actors playing off against one another in the studio. I mean, that will really help a lot. You know, like to have all of them together, you know, so that they can interact properly, they understand, so that I can direct them all and know how they interact with one another. So we had to go for the other way. You know, I had to explain to the actors, you know, like how the current situation was in that particular scene, you know, and how the person they're talking to sound. Sometimes I have to play the part of the other characters, you know, just to have them an idea of how they're interacting. So that in itself is just production. And with Aric, you know, Aric, bloody amazing. Uh, you know, he's like, hey guys, don't worry, man. To save the time and everything, I will record, I will send you guys, and that's what we did, you know. So when we listened to it, I think it was perfect. But of course, like Aric said, we had to refine. I mean, that was one of the challenges, right? Because of the time constraint, the number of people that can be around, you know, all the kind of things. So when that happened, you know, we had to meet Aric and explain again. I mean, like, I'm still grateful. I'm still very thankful with Aric for what he did. I mean, if you listen to the audiobook, I mean, Dave is awesome, right?
Yeah, Dave is awesome, man. I think it's really you said the story is mind blowing. I think the voice is mind blowing. Yeah.
Because, when Aydeel and Basil first came up to me, I said, okay, I'll do this for you guys. But you know, there was challenge because it's COVID and we can't record simultaneously, right? Where all the actors can be talking to each other. We can be, you know, we can bounce off energy off each other and stuff. So I didn't have that luxury. So I'm just thankful because I have a recording facility at home actually. This is my home studio. So I told them, okay, you know what? It's okay. I'll just try my best to record. So I have to record and send them back the file. And Aydeel will come back to me and say, okay, this part you have to change. And then I'll record again and then send back the file. So we had to do that a couple of times, but I think towards the end of the second week, I think on my third or fourth take, I think I got that Dave vibe lah. Basically, I got it lah. Yeah. After my monastery, 3 days in the balcony. Question for Ling Ying. This is technically like the first audio drama for Asia PAX, right?
Yeah, it's the first time we're doing an audio drama ourselves.
Will this be the last, or I think it'd be cool if Asia PAX like start releasing like series of audio dramas, right, for all the kind.
Actually, so we can share this as well. Like we have Storytel. We've just started working with an audiobook company called Storytel. So we're hoping to produce more audio adaptations of comic books going forward. So actually, like say, like Alan's previous project, Once Upon a Singapore Traders, we have some other comic books that we've worked on recently that we're thinking about how to convert into audio. So if for those of you who listen to the audio drama, if you like the format, it really means a lot to us if you support it. Like you like the pages or stream it or share with your friends. Just to let us know that that people are interested in this format, and then we'll carry on and do more in the future.